to my channel. I do hope y'all keeping it cool, kind, and classy tonight. And, I did a day reading. I'm going to do a night reading as well, okay? And this night reading is going to be regarding your future experience. Because I'm always talking about present experience, and I'm always talking about potential of future experience, but I never necessarily talk about what you're going to actually be embodying, what you're going to actually be like living through, right? Where you're gonna be, who you're gonna be around. Whew, okay. So energy's pretty heavy, and we're gonna go right the F in. Okay, we're gonna go right the F in. All right. So opening my cards, the Wheel of Fortune is on the bottom. I do feel that with the Wheel of Fortune, you are going to be experiencing a very rich and a very precisely beautiful existence, okay? And I feel like that's just scraping the surface. So let's get a little bit deeper, okay? We're gonna get a little scary. We're gonna get a little spooky, all right? Oh, all right. Okay. So that's the vibes, I think. It doesn't look the best, but I'm getting a better connection, okay? So, all right. We're just gonna flip through and we're gonna see what comes up, okay? It's a little intimidating because I don't do live readings typically, so I'm gonna take as much time as I can, but I'm going to be also as precise as I can be as well. Okay, so we just keep coming back to the Wheel of Fortune. I feel that that's very important to state. So, all right, so now we have the Ace of Wands. We have As de Bastos, okay? So, with the Ace of Wands, okay, let's get it. All right, let's get it. I'm feeling heavy energy, okay? So, hi, what's up, Ethan? What's good? Okay, so I'm feeling hella heavy energy, right? We better get into it, though. There's a lot to uncover, a lot to get into. Hey, Josh. Okay, so I'm going to be taking some pauses throughout the reading so I can reimburse the energy that is in my vessel, okay? Woo! So, yes, we do have the Ace of Wands, okay? Hi, welcome in, everybody. I do hope y'all keeping it cool, kind, and classy tonight. Okay. Whew. So I'm gonna be talking a lot. We're gonna need a little ventilation in here. All right. So quiet. All right. So basically, we got the. I can feel how heavy the energy is. Hot. It's hot. You about to. I feel like you about to really come into. And you asking me that question, but I'm about to tell you why. Okay. So I feel like you're really about to come in contact with somebody. If you are not already in a divine relationship, and whether or not it is spiritual, platonic, or just sensual, genuinely, whatever you may experience, you are going to come into a genuine, loving, and very exposing. Ooh, I'm shaking. Okay, very exposing. You're going to be sitting down with yourself. You're going to be talking about, ooh. I didn't even know that about myself, okay? All right. So let's get a little bit deeper, okay? Let's get talking about it. Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. I don't want bras, okay? F bras, man. This is the no bra club out here, yo. This is the no bra club out here. I don't want nothing. I don't care. What the F? How do you think we lived okay, let me think about it. How do you think we lived in the Depression era, okay? In the Great Depression, how do you think we lived? Do you think everybody had a bra? Do you think that they enjoyed not having a bra? Because I do, okay? So that's my that's my perspective. Y'all could take it however you want. I don't care, all right? I don't care. This me. So anyway, all right, let's get into it. Let's get a little bit deep. Okay. All right. You know, I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna chill. Okay. So anyway, you're feeling like if you truly encounter and encapsulate this energy in your future and kind of let it infiltrate your present, right? You feel like you won't be able to trust yourself to maintain balance. You feel that if you genuinely embody is the word. If you genuinely embody everything that you are waiting to receive, and you genuinely let that come into your life, first and foremost, you know that people are not going to be okay with it. And this for my fighters. This for my fighters out here. This for the warriors out here, okay? This for the people that kind of grew up and always had something to say, right? This for the people that grew up and always felt like they were ready to fight. And it's not your fault. It's not your fault. You always felt like you had something to say because everybody always has something to say. All right. So basically, I'm just getting that you genuinely feel like you cannot trust yourself in order to encounter your future. Right? All right, this card wants to come out. We talk about the Wheel of Fortune again. We talk about the Wheel of Fortune again. So if you finally allow all of your... And this is super vague, but we're going to get deeper and deeper into it. So if you finally allow all of your blessings to genuinely come into your life, then what? Then what? Then you're finally going to have space to let your guard down. You're going to have space to let your guard down. And I feel like that is something with the collective that genuinely needs more of it. Like, we are always searching, right? We're always searching to have space and establish that space for ourselves in order to let our guard down. So it can be a catch-22. I don't know why that came out, but we about to find out. So it can be a catch-22 because you're living your life, right? Okay, you're living your life, yes, and you feel that, I get that you always feel like it's selfish to accept your highest and greatest blessing. Okay. All right, I'm trying to slow down a little bit. Okay. You are holding out your cup, right? Okay, so here's what I'm getting. You're holding out your cup and you're waiting for things to come in, and it is continuously not coming through. It is continuously not happening, and you are continuously getting upset. So that is kind of what comes back to you feeling like you are not able to sustain balance within yourself when you receive your highest and greatest blessing. I am not cold. It's pretty warm in this house. So, but I know why you're asking. So, you feel like you are finally ready to, like, okay, so I'm literally getting two sides. It's so crazy. I'm getting two sides. I'm getting that you feel like you're ready, but I'm getting that you also feel like you're really afraid. You also feel like you're really afraid to finally, literally, this is you, right? Step into your greatest time. Okay? So you're almost, okay, here's what it is. Oh, I got it, bro. Here's what it is. Check it out. So you are finally at a crossroad with your old self and your new self. And you're staring at your new self and you're like, dude, I freaking love you. I love you. So you're just kind of like sitting here at that crossroad and you're saying, man, like, I want you to come over here. That's why I'm getting two different energies. Because One of them is saying, like, I'm gonna stay here, I'm fine here, I got what I need. And then the other energy is saying, I know you don't have what you need. I know you don't have what you need because you are not of me. I know you don't have what you need because we are not together. Okay? Alright. I'm going to clear the spread, and then I am going to keep going. I just want to clear the energy a little bit. So, essentially, my point is that you are literally dividing yourself. And I feel that this stems from childhood, because you have divided yourself throughout your life in order to be your own friend, because you never had that companionship within another person. You always felt like you were not getting what you needed out of the people that you were surrounded by. So you just became what you needed. You just became what you needed. And that is so beautiful, but your highest self is trying to make it so clear that it is time to finally let go. Yes, I do like to read. I like to read. I'm a little bit good at it. I'm still learning. I'm still learning the cards, but I really just be going off the energy. Me and this deck go back, so like we can kind of chill with each other. You know, we could sit in the same room. So. But yes, if you're trying to become a reader, hypothetically, if you ever feel like you cannot trust yourself, honestly, like, look to the cards in private initially. Look to them in private. That's kind of how I started getting good. That's how I started learning. Because I would sit with the cards by myself in private, and then I kind of just incorporated everything that I was learning. And just the speaking part can be one of the trickiest parts. But, okay, what was I talking about? Yeah, so, you feel like, yes, of course, there are two of you, and there are two of you because you have been trying to establish both sides of what you needed throughout your whole life. You have literally been trying to be every person for yourself, and been trying to be every person for everybody else as well. Which is just unrealistic, and that here's the thing, because it's unrealistic, and it is no way to spend your time, and not only is it no way to spend your time, but that may be why you feel that you cannot trust yourself when it comes to holding your balance. Holding your balance. Life is essentially walking a tightrope. Life is essentially walking a tightrope. So when you feel that you are harnessing all of this magic within yourself, but you are withholding it, you are withholding your magic because you are afraid of being able to balance yourself through it. You are afraid that you won't be able to walk this tightrope through radiating your magic, right? Okay, right. So now we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. And I'm just going to say, like, you are legitimately at a time in your life when you are encountering two options. And not only that, but you are aware of the fact that the wheel is turning, right? It's going to land on you. It's going to land on you. It has to. It has to. And I'm going to tell you why it has to. Because you have been the person that you look to within yourself, and you have held balance this whole time, regardless of this card being reversed initially. You have held balance this whole time. You have been responsible. You have loved yourself through the hardest. You have been the person that you needed. You have been the person that others needed as well, which can be very difficult and tedious. So now you're coming to a point in your life where your highest self is sitting on the other side of that railroad, and it's saying, hey man, I know that you're not happy. I know that you are not digging what you are doing type stuff, okay? So let's get deeper into it. All right, so we coming right back to the Ace of Pentacles reversed, and this is because I just feel like there's this energy within yourself that, you know, I feel like it's learned behavior. I really don't think it's of you. I really don't think that you have had the genuine space to learn who you are in your life. I really don't feel like you had space to sit down with yourself and say, I like this, I don't like that, I want to be part of this, I like roses, I like red, I like blue, whatever you might like. Because the first realization, 9 times out of 10, of getting out of an abusive relationship, whether it be parental, whether it be sensual, whether it be platonic, is realizing what your favorite color is. Okay? As unfortunate as it is. As unfortunate as it is, you start to have all of these thoughts of what you used to do, who you used to be. And this is the saddest part. I'm going to tell y'all right now what the saddest part is. You used to be exactly everything that you are searching for right now. You were already that. And you're sitting here and you're doubting. Here's what you're doing. You're doubting your magic. You're doubting your magic. You are feeling like you cannot find balance within your magic, but it is your environment. I legit was saying this earlier in my live. Your environment is stabbing holes in, your confidence, in your self-belief, in your self-establishment of establishing yourself as a human being, literally. So, so this card, 2 cards wants to come out. 2 cards wants to come out. So we're going to put these away, all right? They got no affiliation. All right, so basically, literally exactly what I was saying. I really feel, there's no good lighting. Okay. I really feel like your environment is clouding who you are, right? Because you are already this person. You are already exactly who you used to be. And you keep telling yourself, man, like, this life I'm living is not me. So what does that say about me? Does that say that I'm never going to be able to be exactly who I used to be? Does that say that I'm never going to be able to experience my highest pleasures and my greatest passions? No. No, because you are strong and you are currently going through a time in your life that is making you so beautiful and grandiose, and it is going to bring you into a full circle right back to where you sit in your power on the throne, baby girl or baby boy. And I'm going to tell y'all something about the people that put you through that heartbreak, right? So these people are experiencing a tower moment currently, because I know you hear a lot of readings talking about this person gonna be coming back to you because they gonna realize what they did. Okay, no, they already realized it. They already did realize it. But they're just too scared to allow that death to consume their complexes and consume their perspectives. Okay? So, all right, let's clear the spread, get into another one. Okay? So I feel like we're kind of getting through the energy a little bit. All right, yeah, I'll take this card. This card for sure. This card for sure. This card for sure. Okay. All right. I know I'm being an archetype right now, but basically, okay. So you have lived a life of not even depression. You have lived a life of barren land. Okay, yeah, barren land. And you have lived a life of unfertile soil, right? So it made you feel like you were incapable of experiencing love. Just talking about this in my earlier reading. And within that, within legitimately being submerged in the environment of feeling like you are not enough, feeling like you won't be loved, you have slowly been able to experience that all of the people that you are waiting for to come in, are already affiliated with your life source. Oh my gosh. Woo! I already knew it was going to hurt. So they are already affiliated with your life source because they can feel what you feel. And if they don't feel what you feel, if they have not been through the extents of what you have been through, then they are capable of establishing empathy and sympathy because they understand humanity. So now I know that y'all have been through this experience, and this is just how I pulled it up. Ooh, girl, this is just how I pulled it up. The opposite of how I pulled it up prior. So you already know that you can be loved. But yes, that environment that you have experienced in the past that made you feel so lowly about yourself is almost kind of bringing you back to the people that will show you the opposing factor of that. Let's clarify a little bit. This card wants to come out. It's calling me, man. Okay, so I wanna be specific on this. I would like to really go into snap. Okay. So this is gonna be a story because when I get cards that fall out in a row, it typically is a story, and it is something to behold. Okay? Oh, I dropped it. Something to behold. So, I feel like it is essentially, okay, I don't want to say the wrong thing now. Let me think about it. I'm going to write this down. I am going to write this down. I need my pen, please. Alright. Okay. So, I'm going to make sure that I get this right because I don't like to disrespect my cards. Okay. So, we have Oros, Bastos, Wands, Pentacles. Okay, so for starters, what I'm getting from here is that if you can sit with your balance, and trust yourself to be able to attract the right people, then you will. And within that, when you can trust yourself enough to decipher whether somebody is the right person or not, then that is a huge part that needs to be played within your life because you are legitimately becoming a life source that is attracting every energy. You are attracting every energy, man. You out here and you attracted everybody. So to become a balanced version of yourself and be able to decipher who is in your energy force to siphon off of that energy and who is not is a huge part of your next chapter. Right? So we're going to clear the spread. I feel like that was the first one. Okay, this is part 2. Okay, so rebalance. I'm going to keep my pen and paper very close. I'm talking so close, man. All right. So Yes. Okay, this relatively relates to what I was saying. And we're going to do one card at a time because I want to keep I am a learner. Okay, I'm a learner on these cards. So you are slowly incorporating every variation of the tools that you possess in order to not only reverse what you feel you have become, but in order to combat people who have projected on you to make you feel this way in the first place, because I am going to tell you that this is not your energy. Where else was it? Okay, so we did have this reversed, right? This is not your energy. All of these cards that come out and symbolize a low frequency or a self-doubting frequency are all directly related to the people who have made you feel bad about yourself in the first place. All right, can I get a year? So now I gotta clear the energy a little bit. You gotta clear the... All right. So now that you are finally accentuating all of the tools that you possess in order to embody the highest version of yourself, you are really carrying this. You are carrying, right? You are and this is heavy, girl. I'm gonna tell y'all, it's like a dump truck in the back. If you know, you know. So you are carrying everything that you are. And while you carry everything that you are, you are seeing, this is relating back to the last message, you are seeing the people that you are bringing in. And this is not always good. These people are not always particularly invested in your well-being. Okay? All right. So we got those cards. All right. And, okay. So within this energy, while you are possessing all of the tools that make you an accentuated version of yourself, you are sharpening them. And you are becoming such a beautiful entity. You are becoming such a beautiful entity. And while you are becoming a beautiful entity, everybody else is just fighting with those tools that they possess that were initially supposed to contribute to their well-being. Okay? All right. So, let's clear the spread and we're going to talk about something else. Anyway, because every time that I try to talk about future experience, I always circle back to your environment. I always come back to the environment. I always start talking about what you are currently experiencing. And I think it's because it's a direct correlation to why you are not in your future timeline, why you are not experiencing everything that you are holding your cup out in order to receive. This is why. Because the people who are surrounding you are essentially throwing a veil over the way that you see yourself. And the way that they are doing this is indirect. It's kind of like a Facebook post where they say, yeah, when people are like messy and don't clean up everything, like they're just roasting somebody. And they're just roasting somebody, but they ain't about to tag them though. It's kind of like that. So it's kind of like all of these people are throwing you evil eye, but they would never come up to you and say, I don't really like your style. I don't really like the way that you like accentuate yourself with, you know, all of the tools that you possess as a magical being. Because they know that they don't actually have any shade on you. They know that they don't actually have anything real to talk about that comes back to you. So when they go home at the end of the day and they sit with their significant other that they, oh, this is coming out, that they use to replace you with, they're looking at this person, confirmation tab, did you hear that? They're looking at this person and they're saying, oh, like, collective is so ugly, collective is so rude, collective is so self-absorbed, but they're sitting there in an energy of self-absorbed perspective. And they're sharing it with somebody who is all of the negative traits that you don't possess. So they're essentially sharing it with an opposing being that is not, okay, how do I word, I want to word this correctly. So everything that you are, the person that they found is the exact opposite of that. They are the polar antonym of it, okay? So they are sitting, oh, this is like getting crazy, bro, because I knew this ish was happening, but I didn't know with who. We about to find out. We about to find out with who. We about to find out what's going on for real. Okay. So this person is sitting with their significant other and they're saying, you know, collective is this and collective is that. But then they're actually thinking, you are not, you know, I don't actually like you. So maybe they hit a little puff and then they talk about, ooh, like you're not actually as attractive as you were initially. And then they are relatively trying to project all of your traits onto this person in order for them to come off as collective. They are legitimately trying to make you, dude. They're trying to make you. And it's crazy because I knew things were bad, but I didn't know things were crazy. Okay? So let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Let's find out who we're talking about. Let's find out who we're talking about. Because we already know that your exes are doing this. I feel like for the most part, we already know who is doing this. But who is this person on the inside is what I'm trying to say. Alright. Hey! Alright. Woo! Okay. So, whoa, that's crazy! That's crazy stuff! Because, okay, so in the beginning of the reading, this is about to get wild. This is about to get so wild. I need my family. Okay, so let me tell y'all something. Need my fan because I'm gonna pass out in here if I don't have it. It's about to get wild. Woo! Okay. I need a little bell, dude. Okay. So basically, at the beginning of the reading, I need my pointer. At the beginning of the reading, I was insistently stating that you are not only in balance, but you are already the highest version of yourself. You just don't see it yet. But that's beside the point. Because this person is complete opposite. This person is the complete opposite of you. And the reason that you drew this person in the first place is because opposites do tend to attract. Sometimes they do tend to attract, especially when you are in a season of being veiled. When you are in a season of being veiled, sometimes you attract opposing opposites of yourself that reflect everything that you are not. And people don't ever talk about that. People don't ever talk about that. Because it just keeps coming back to the fact that they don't want you to see yourself. They don't want you to see yourself. Because I feel like the people in your life who have not wanted you to see yourself, wanted to project this variation of themselves onto you. They wanted to make you feel like you were out of balance. Excuse me, confirmation. They wanted to make you feel like you were off, out of sync with the frequency of your throne. But you've been that the whole time, baby. I do let it out. Yes, I do. I let it, yes. Okay. So basically, you got this energy, right? And this energy is trying to tell you who you are. Because not only do they not want to accept who they are as a person, but they want you to stay with them in their own darkness. I'm not even going to sit here and talk about their season of darkness, because it's their whole dang life. It's their whole dang life. And they trying to project their whole life onto you because they don't want to accept, right? They don't want to accept that you can be anything other than miserable and living in poverty and come up from it. So the fact that they didn't do it, they don't want you to do it either. You can do good. You can be successful. But, ooh, don't go be too successful. Don't go be too successful on me now. That's the energy of this. So you literally, and as I was saying, this is your ex too. So you literally have this person, this being. This is a collective. This is a collective as well. Because while we are collective of light, we have collective of dark. You know, they are still going to be a thing regardless. They are still going to be existent regardless. So you have your ex. I feel the need to really keep coming back to this. Let's clarify. You have your ex working tirelessly. Oh! She's got a little energy buzz. Okay. You have your ex working tirelessly to make you feel like the frequency that they carry. So not only is this them working tirelessly, this is them carrying the energy. Ooh, and that's how you know it's real. You have them carrying the energy of distaste, of distrust, of not I don't like the word hatred, of resentment. They carry resentment for you because you didn't just give up all your morals. Let's talk about it. You didn't just give up all of your morals and go back to what you knew because it was comfortable. And if you're experiencing this now, then just know that you can do better. If you are in a relationship that you are not happy in, know that there's so much more for you because you are of light. Right? All right. Let's clear the spread, get going all over again. All right. So here's what I picked up, first and foremost. So that was on the bottom of the deck, right? And I'm going to keep it out because it's very significant. It's very significant. Out of everything that I was just speaking on, this is in correlation to an unjust experience. You have been enthralled in an experience that is not of you. And people are trying to reinstill it, restate it, and give you a script that they want you to follow out of jealousy. So they literally are making your life harder out of jealousy and imbalance. Unjust imbalance is exactly what you are experiencing. Okay? So I'm getting these urges. I just keep getting urges, bro. I keep getting old. I keep getting old. Whoa, what the F? Getting old. And we'll talk about that in a second. We'll talk about that in a second. Okay? All right. Ooh, put that in the light. That's coming out. No, that's coming out. You're going to see it. Collective going to see it. Okay? I know my lighting's not good, but you're going to see it. You have people working against you. This is not one person. And this is exactly what I'm saying. You know, I was referring to exes. I was referring to parental figures. I wasn't referring to a group. I was not referring to a group of people. But this is exactly what that is. Clear the energy, alright? So, you have a group of people working against you and outside of your own favor that is in correlation to your highest self and your future that is a richer timeline than what these people are experiencing. Okay? So you have a group of, oh my gosh, and this is so interesting because when you're living your life, you don't think that people are working tirelessly outside of your favor. And sometimes I think that I'm crazy for feeling like people are rejecting and trying to revert my positivity. But how could that be wrong when that is spiritual warfare? That is spiritual warfare. You have people working against you. Excuse me. Just so you know. You have people working against you. What are they trying to do? To make you, to try to work you until you cannot be yourself. You literally are getting worked until you cannot express your own energy. So then at the end of the day, when you just fall and revert into their energy, then you are continuously telling yourself, what did I do wrong? Why am I this way? So it literally is a cycle. It is a circle. It is a cycle. It is a paradigm of you continuously going in a circle and trying to figure out what's wrong with you. You're always trying to figure out what is wrong with you. And that is exactly the work of Negative Collective. So you have varieties of people against you. And I was trying to say a variety. You got varieties, man. You walk into a bake shop and you're going to be able to choose whatever you want. That's how many people you got working against you. You got a whole selection, okay? You got a whole selection of people tirelessly working against your higher self. All right? All right. So tell me what you want me to know. Tell me what you want me to know. These cards both wanted to come out. Tell me what you're thinking. Tell me what you want Collective to know. Tell me how to combat the energy of these people's intention, right? Okay, so I'm going to tell y'all how to combat this energy. I'm going to tell y'all. So, you are continuously... Okay, so 1 minute you're going at rapid speed in your life, trying to maintain all of your dreams, trying to maintain all of your possibilities and opportunities of beauty. So, right. There's something else here. So I feel that as you are trying to move forward, your energy is continuously holding you back. And yes, this is counteracting your greater good. This is counteracting exactly everything that you are working for. Because while you are working, throat chakra, while you are working for this greater good, while you are working for this beauty, while you are working for this future of irresistible pleasure, right? There's a part of you within yourself that is not you, okay? So you literally got planted. You literally had a seed planted in your mentality when you, probably in your childhood, honestly. It was probably in your childhood, and it probably continuously was happening. And you were so busy trying to counteract the negative energy that you were not able to retrieve the source of that negativity. Because you're always trying to figure out what's wrong with you, but you never considered that it's not necessarily that anything is wrong with anybody else. It is that many people are not willing to take responsibility for their own actions. And they wanted to make you hold the baggage of that. They wanted to make you hold the karma of this. Right. So, your future that will be your present, if you are able to go in and remove the seed of what makes you feel this way in the first place, then your future, right? And I feel the need to lay that down. Okay. Then your future, this is how I feel the need to lay it out. Then your future is going to directly relate to everything that you have been chasing. Everything that you've been trying to figure out why you're not receiving is simply because of an energy that has been implanted like a microchip in order to hold you back, in order to keep you going back to comfortable situations that are uncomfortable, in order to keep you going back to the people that have hurt you. Because you may be experiencing a dry spell in your life, and I'm not talking just relationships. You may be experiencing a moment in your life where you are incapable of establishing a genuine connection, where you are incapable of feeling good about yourself consistently. And this is directly related to the idea that people have implanted into your mind, okay? No conspiracy type stuff, this just energy. This just energy, baby. So, this is who you really are. We don't talk about it. This is who you really are. You are a being that is able to hold themselves through darkness. You are a being that is able to establish magic in times of doubt. And you are a being who is able to establish family and genuine connection regardless of all odds. So you have this energy that is trying to convince you otherwise because it doesn't want you to leave the environment that it is residing in. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay. So you have this person that is, I just heard petty. You have this person that is extremely petty with your energy, right? You have this person that wants everything that you have. And within that, this person does not want you to leave this environment because of everything that you are supplying to it. Everything that you are supplying to this energy, you are incapable of seeing because you're so busy surviving it. You're so busy surviving this energy, you don't see what you're giving. You don't see what you're giving. Survival is a tricky road, man. Survival is a tricky road because you have people that want you to sit in their energy so that they don't feel alone, so that they can feel better about themselves, so that they can feel like they're doing something that you started doing years ago. They legitimately want you to project onto them. And that is why, you continuously find yourself in an energy of questioning whether or not people are good for you. So when you're sitting down and you're saying, how bad can this person be? They didn't do this, they blah, 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 blah. They probably didn't mean it that way. Okay, they know exactly what they meant. They know exactly what they meant. So, when you go to finally establish your own energy and you take that to the bank, then they're going to see exactly everything that you are. Because I feel like they see a lot of you, but they just want to keep it for themselves. So when you genuinely stand up for yourself and you say, like, this is who I am and you cannot stop it, because I am not a force that is to be reckoned with, then that is how you break the cycle. That is how you clear the karma. You just have to believe in yourself. And you have to see everything that you're giving. You have to see everything that you're giving. Because I really feel like collective refuses to see everything that they give. Because they know that at the end of the day, they feel so selfish for accepting how beautiful they are in an ugly environment. So it is okay. It is okay to sit back and say, this environment is dark, this environment is dirty, this environment is sad, and not serving me. And that's how you know, because I just freestyled, okay? Okay, so what's our closing card? I do feel bad. Okay, we might have more than one. What's our closing reading? What's our closing reading? What do you want me to feel collective in? Oh. And then break it, bloop. What are my walls like? Well, they're just white. They're just white. If this was my house, I would probably paint them pink though. But, okay. Alright. So, I want to sit down for this. Alright. So you have experienced immense heartbreak in your life, throughout your life, many times. And this has made you a beautiful communicator. This has made you an unquestionable communicator. So now that you are in the energy, and if you are not there, then all you have to do is accept that you are capable of doing it. You are capable of holding balance. You are beautiful. You are beautiful in times of doubt, in times of darkness, in times of hardship. So you can be beautiful now too. I mean, you have been this whole time, but to see it, yeah, it is hard. And to doubt your environment, to take all of the self-doubt that you have been feeling for yourself and then reverse it like a Uno card back to the environment that initially made you feel that way. It feels so selfish. And you finally get to the point where you realize that you can put all of the hard work that you have been doing down because there's no more work to be done. There's nothing left to do. You literally have to accept who you are. There's no other way to go. I love to tell you, there's no other way to go. Okay? Because I don't hate to tell you. I know it does look bad. It looks black. Oh, you paint it black. Maybe some like black hearts. With rhinestones around them. That's so gaudy. Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad idea. I've seen black walls before. They're not bad. I wouldn't do it. But I do like them. It literally just depends on, like, the style you have. But, yes. It is time to put all of the work down. Because when you finally are able to, honestly, like, it is cohesive, that might be the word. They both work together. It's like two things that work with each other, like parallel. They're both parallel. So once you are able to put down all of the hard work and admit how beautiful you were the whole time, then you are finally able to accept the truth. And the truth is the fact that your environment is not serving you. Ooh! Restraint when I said that. Ooh, friction. Serious friction when I said that. Because I know, as I said earlier, you have a variety of people working against you. You got a whole done donut shop of people working against you. You have many options of people working against you. And when I say options, these are not people that you need to go back to remember why you left. Remember why you left. Because people really want you to develop amnesia. And I've heard that in many readings. People really want you to just forget about everything that they put you through. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you could say that. But, it's my personality too. It's my personality. It's not just my body. It's not just my body. Okay? I love my body. And I know how beautiful my body is. But my personality, if you got no personality, then you honestly don't have anything. You don't have anything. You don't have anything. Because bodies come and go, baby. Right? So, my point is that to finally see yourself and accept it. Accept exactly who you are. Is to finally break the curse of generations. And I said that I was going to relate back to what I was saying earlier when I accidentally said old. I accidentally said old instead of something else. I meant to say something else. But yes, I accidentally said old, and I want to talk about it because many times when you are experiencing a perspective shift with somebody else, you will feel everything that they feel, and you will feel the projection that they are establishing onto you. So I just want to say that within that, when you have somebody giving you evil eye, when you have somebody working in your worst and unwealthy favor, you will experience ailments. You will experience physical ailments. And when you experience these physical ailments, it is the spiritual cleansing and the protection and the drinking water, honestly, like you got to drink your water. It all comes back to you protecting yourself. And especially when you can say like, man, I have so much to offer. Like I'm such a beautiful being. When you can come back and say, I'm such a beautiful being, I don't care what anybody says, man. Then it commences a whole path of everything that you are trying to encounter into your, like, you've been holding your cup out, but you don't want to accept, ooh, wow, friction. Okay, you don't want to accept who you are. You don't want to accept who you've been this whole time. Because you know that if you accept who you are and who you have been, people will get crazy. And this relates back to the petty energy I was talking about, because people will get crazy if they see you with something they don't have that they want. And it is as simple as that. And that is why you experience such loneliness in your life. Because you will always have people. I mean, you're always going to have it. You're always going to have it. You can do as many protection spells. You can do as much, spell work, protection, crystals, drinking water. You can do whatever you want. But you're always going to have people hating on you. When you're coming up, you're going to have people going down. Okay, you're going to have people going down. Because typically, especially with people that you know, they've been feeding off of the energy that you have been telling yourself. Turn around. I'm in the middle of a reading. Maybe next time. Okay, yes. So you are going to have people that are continuously projecting this energy onto you, but when you finally hold everything that you are and you accept it, people are going to not be able to feed off of the energy that has been sustaining their life this whole time, been sustaining their generations, been sustaining their kids. So people really taking food out your mouth, remember that. People taking food out your mouth. People taking money out your bank account. And it is all through spiritual warfare. So, yo, keep it cool, calm, and classy.